the lack of organizational infrastructure, how would you propose to address that? Or like, what would it take to address that, in your opinion?
Yeah, so people have different views of like what the role of a special council member is, and I think personally we're too young as a DAO to think that this special council is not going to be the people who needs to push initiatives at this point. And even the current special council members like acknowledge that like they need people like we can't rely just on the community to propose like AIPs, right? Like clearly there needs to be some leadership at this point, right? So for me, I think it's important that I'm going to look to fill this specific role on the board is to go operationalize our DAO, which means like to build out this infrastructure. Like, and it doesn't mean I'm going to just throw my ideas to the DAO and like you must accept this. That's just not how our DAO works, right? Like people have to vote. But what I can do is work with the community, like connect with people, talk to people. Let's draft up what we think is a reasonable framework, right? Building working groups. So a working group is just could be like a group of people funded, but with tasked with a specific duty. It could be like, hey, build out our governance you know documents for the next like 3 months, right? Or it could be like, hey, a communication team, could be a data team, right? Like, and we fund them, and this is what other DAOs do. We just don't have that right at this point. So that's what I would love to do, work with the community. I have my ideas, right? But of course I think everyone has better ideas, so we can come together with a reasonable plan, put it up to vote for the community, and then once we do that, then we could really start building out this structure so that we could get more people involved in our DAO, and we could start looking like an elite DAO that we're trying to be, right? Because right now, the only thing elite about us is our treasury. Like that's it, right? No processes.